Okay, so we have to talk about season 3, episode 8, right? So much happened in this episode, I'm probably going to miss some of it, but oh well. As always, spoilers ahead for season 3, episode 8 of Snowpiercer, and all previous Snowpiercer media, you have been warned. The opening monologue shows us Asha's journey on the train. A fun thing to note, Amazon's description of this episode is as the train detours from New Eden, an environmental catastrophe threatens everyone on board. That second part is literally the premise of every episode. So I had no idea what this episode was about because I don't watch the teasers. She tells us her past and fears for the residents of the train.
Leighton told me about your time in the reactor, and I can't even imagine. But all of that, it's behind you now, Asha.
You think you're safe here, don't you, Ruth? But you're not. Andre, he didn't know the whole story. You know, after the Marauders died off, we turned on each other. I was desperate to keep my nephew safe, so I poisoned all the others.
I don't think this is foreshadowing. I think the time of the train tearing itself apart is going to be done for a little while, despite what LJ thinks.
Because I'm still here. In the heart of the train where I could be useful.
To Wilford?
Or his supporters.
But we'll get to her. Asha confirms that Leighton's vision of New Eden is made up, which is not great news for Leighton.
Have you seen this?
That's your vision?
You recognize it?
Yeah. There was one of these trees in a calendar on my wall. Reminded me how special the world is.
But now it's time to go over the weird behavior Wilford noted in the previous episode.
You think Melanie's alive?
Well, we can't leap to that. Something's moving out there. But first, you need to understand how switches work.
Track switches operate on battery power. When Ben and I took a look at the data, we saw that some of them have lost use.
It's because something is moving from switch to switch, drawing down power.
Then a big orange cloud appears on the horizon.
Hey, I know y'all are busy back there doing science, but is this what you're looking for?
I'm going to skip almost all, of the secondary plots in this episode for the sake of speed. This cloud is a highly toxic corrosive gas that could harm Snowpiercer, but luckily it's been designed for that.
You know, whatever it is, it's settled into the valley and there's only one way through.
All right, calm down, Ben. The HVAC system can handle these concentrations.
Well, yeah, we can scrub away the toxicity.
That hydrogen sulfide is corrosive.
Also accounted for in design.
Except one of the air scrubbers breaks and Leighton and Asha have to fix it. Long story short, they can't get into it because they're giant bulky suits.
Nah, it's too small. Asha and I can't fit in with our suits.
And Asha has to make the ultimate sacrifice. And this is where I really get upset with this episode. Asha was brought in from the cold as a survivor. Since then, she's only been used to advance Leighton's vision of New Eden. They quickly cram her coping with life on the train into the opening sequence of this episode, and then kill her off. It feels like a huge waste of a character. Why bring her onto the train at all if she's only going to survive for like 2 weeks? Anyways, hooray, the train is saved. Let's check back in with LJ. I hate LJ. And I get that that's the point, but she's not even useful to the people on the train. How she and Oz kept the night car post Wilford's dethroning is beyond me. Dr. Headwood asks for a tissue sample in exchange for conversation.
If you want in, this is the price. Okay. You might want to look away.
No way.
This was super gross, and LJ is way too into it. I'm not showing the full clip. At the end of the episode, we see what this tissue sample is potentially for.
Oh, patience. Yeah, your time will come.
You may remember my What Happened to Dr. Headwood video. If you don't, go watch it now. So I should be happy about all this. It proves I'm right? Except it doesn't. I don't think that's Dr. Headwood. At best, Dr. Headwood is coming back as a computer or a clone or something. Plus, the arm is way too thick to be Dr. Headwood's. I think that's Boki. I'm going to feel so embarrassed if I have this completely wrong. For those of you that don't remember, this is Boki.
Okie dokie. Let's go make coup.
You heard the man. Let's go make coup.
He gets badly beaten. Then likely frozen when the aquarium car breaks apart. This would account for why the arm we see is covered in scars. Dr. Headwood shouldn't have any scars that we know of. On screen, he wasn't exposed to severe cold, and he died off screen. It's hinted by influenza, but we're not entirely sure. Also, his recovery wouldn't need to be kept secret. Finally, I'm not convinced it's time for Dr. Headwood to come back. If he comes back, it will be at a time when Layton and company need something from the Headwoods. And it will come at some sort of weird cost, or who knows. I really don't think this is Dr. Headwood. And that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. In the last moment of the episode, having come through the gas cloud, we get a glimpse of whatever mysterious vehicle has been flipping train tracks.
It's her.
I can't wait to see next week's episode. So many things could happen, and I'm not going to speculate since someone, Melanie, driving around in a rail vehicle for 6 months has so much potential, I don't want to set any expectations. Those are my reactions for Season 3, Episode 8 of Snowpiercer. I hope you liked them. I want to hear what you think. Leave them in the comments. And whatever you do, I guess I'll just see you on the tracks next time. Bye.